Hi friends, we're gonna jump right in today. Starting with the legs out in front of us, I'm facing the side just so you can see me. We're gonna reach out into a forward fold, reaching for your toes or the soles of your feet, or even if you want to grab onto the heels. And if even that is a bit too far, even just holding on to the shin area or behind the calves, based on where your flexibility is totally fine here. Just try and stay connected to your breath. These stretches are going to be a little bit longer today, so usually after our workouts or our runs, I notice that most of us are hopefully holding stretches for at least 30 seconds to a minute max. We're going to be doing a little bit more of that today so we can really just get into a deeper stretch and allow the body to open up as we would want after a more rigorous run or workout. Slowly come out of the forward fold, sitting up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and find all fours. And we're going to bring the right foot in between the hands. Back knee is on the mat. And just find a nice deep lunge here. Reaching up that right arm towards the sky, chest is open. You're welcome to reach and take that back foot up so that you can get a nice deep quad and hip flexor stretch in that back leg. If this is too much for you, or you just aren't there with your flexibility yet, totally fine. Just keep that arm up as you did before. Reaching up, looking towards the sky, keeping the chest open. This can feel really intense, but it's such a great stretch. Go ahead and release that back leg and just hold for the last moments we have here in your deep lunge. If you can aim to get that back hip even closer towards the direction of your mat, great. Awesome job on the side. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side, bringing that left foot in between the hands, and we're going to repeat the same thing we did on the right side. Follow along. Once again, if you cannot reach that back foot, keeping the arm up, looking towards the sky is a perfect thing to hold if that's what you can do. Perfect. Come out of that left side now that we're all balanced out. Let's go ahead and sit on our heels for a moment. Take a deep breath. And we are going to come into a toe stand. Now, if you're anything like me, I need a little help to make sure that my toes are nice and curled underneath me for this toe stand so I can really get a good stretch in the feet. And this might feel really intense for you, especially if you've never done a toe stand. So it's totally fine if you need to lean forward a bit or lean onto your mat to just take a little bit of the pressure off. But we are going for a stretch in the toes, in the feet here. So it's going to feel different. Remember to stay connected to breathing, especially as any stretch just gets a little uncomfy. If you're a runner, of course, we are running using our feet. So I feel like a lot of times we do neglect our feet when it comes to needing to stretch them. Go ahead and shake your feet out. Come out of your toe stand. Give yourself a moment and let's have a seat. We're going to focus on the upper body here. Just a quick little stretch to open up the chest and the shoulders, reaching that right arm up, reaching it behind you, and then taking that other arm. And if you can grasp that top right hand with your left hand. If you're not able to have the hands meet, that's totally fine. Reach where you can reach with both arms and do your best to just hold that stretch while trying to keep the chest open. We don't want to round over or round the spine or come forward. We want to keep the chest and the shoulders as open as we can during this stretch. Release that right arm, release the left arm, shake it out for a moment, give yourself a second, and then do the same thing on the other side, reaching that left arm up and over. And the right hand wants to come and meet that left hand. Once again, if they don't meet, place the hands on your back where they land and just try your best to hold the stretch. Really well done. Release the arms from that stretch. And let's go ahead and find ourselves in a nice straddle, opening up the legs as wide as you can. Reaching the arms out in front of you on the floor as far as they can go. I had a really intense workout the day before, so to start out, this is as far as I can go. And the whole point here is that we're holding this a little longer than we would our normal after workout stretches so we can really get into the muscle and the fascia here with a lot of these passive stretches. If you find that you are really tightening up or forgetting to breathe, breathe. Sometimes stretching can bring that out in us because that sensation is a bit uncomfortable for us, but please remember to send breath, especially to those tight areas that you are feeling the sensation in. All right, friends, walk your hands back to the center of your body. Let's come onto our bellies on the mat. Take that right arm, the left arm in front of you, resting your head on your forearm, and taking that right hand, pulling your right foot towards your glute. Now you're doing your best here to not let the bum pop up or your hips shift away from the mat. We actually want to think of our hips shifting down into the mat. This is just really great for the quads. Usually we would probably be doing this standing up if you've just finished the run. And we're just going to hold this for a little while to really get deep into that quad and get a nice stretch here. Go ahead and release that right foot, and then we're going to do the same exact thing. Switch the arms that are in front of you, rest your head on the right forearm, and then go ahead and take that left hand to left foot and pull that foot as close as you can towards your glute. Let's release that butt. We're going to come back onto all fours here. And we're going to set ourselves up for pigeon pose, taking that right knee behind the right wrist. And you can stay up on your hands here or come down to your elbows. Depending on your flexibility, you can even come down a little further if you need to. But we're just going to hold this shape, getting a little attention to our hips. Beautiful friends, release from that right side. Give yourself a moment. Give yourself whatever you need. You see me just giving my hips a little love, loosen them up before I hit the other side, taking that left knee behind the left wrist, setting up that back leg, and coming down to my elbows. Remember, each side might feel a little different. We naturally are a little bit unbalanced in our bodies, so it's totally normal if one side feels a bit more open than the other. Gently take your time coming out of that left side. And we're going to finish up today on our backs. So what we're going to do here is find the feet flat on the mat, right foot on top of that left knee, creating a figure four shape, and then letting the knees fall over to the opposite side of the body. Using that left hand to just keep the knee propped up towards the ceiling. We don't want our knee to sink down towards the floor. We're really trying to keep this stretch nice and open in that way so that we can get into the IT band in the low back. Go ahead and keep the same shape, but just come back to the center and pull either the hands on the knee or behind the knee. And we're just finding a nice deep figure four stretch here in a reclined version. Pulling that left knee towards your chest as much as you can here. Remember to breathe. My hips are really tight, so I have to take my own advice here because usually hip stretches are intense for me. Great job. Release that figure four. Let's go ahead and find that left foot on top of the right knee, figure four shape, and let the knees fall to the opposite side of the body. Remember, you can use that hand to keep the knee propped up so that it does not fall towards the ground. Your gaze can be at the opposite hand or towards the ceiling. Once again, hold that shape, come back to the center, grab from either in front of the knee or behind the knee, and find a nice deep figure four stretch as you pull those legs towards the chest. Come out of your figure four. Let the feet come out and sprawl out in front of you and gently roll up. Find a nice seat. And that's it for today, friends. We've done our nice deep stretch. I hope it helped. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.